Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Let's get into today's reading because it is February 9th and today is day 40. And, anyways, just want to get the reading done and get it out there. So, day 40. The plunder from Egyptians enables the former Israelite slaves to contribute to the building of the holy sanctuary called the tabernacle. Moses received special instructions regarding the tabernacle structure and contents, as for the clothing to be worn by the priests overseeing the service. Certain craftsmen are specially gifted to make the high priest garments. God gives precision directions to the ephod's design, which includes a list of 12 tribes engraved in two onyx stones. The chest garments remind the high priest when he goes before the Lord that he represents Israel. The craftsman places golden bells on the helms of the high priest's garments, and the turban bears a medallion of pure gold engraved with the word "Holy to the Lord." Exodus 28, 36, 39, and 30. Violating these detailed preparations will result in death. So we are currently in the book of Exodus, and we are being instructed by the Lord as far as what are the steps that the Israelites need to follow in order to worship Him, and even the building of the tabernacle where the Lord will come and um, be present with the people of Israel. Something that I keep on thinking about as I'm reading these chapters is just how precise God is towards His people. And even today, now as Christians, we think about like, oh, what is my plan? What am I supposed to be doing in my life? Like, God, show me. And I've always wondered, like, okay, there's something that I've been thinking about, like, or something that I've had to where, like, I think, like, okay, it's got to be kind of like a mystery, something you got to seek out. But I'm like, no, what I'm reading here is like, God is clear and obvious. And that saying God works in mysterious ways, they're only a mystery when you don't know His character. So even in going through this process is really helping me out understand God's character, our Father's character, and really understand like, okay, he's not vague in his direction. So let's get into it. We're in like I said, Exodus 25. This is 1 through 9, offering for the tabernacles. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people of Israel to bring me their sacred offerings, accepted contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. Here is a list of sacred offerings you may accept from them." It's funny, God is taking up an offering, but He's not forcing the people to do it. He's asking them to do it if their heart is moved. That is very interesting. In the Old Testament, of all things. Once again, let's start again. Exodus 25, 1 through 9. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people of Israel to bring their sacred offerings, accept the contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. Here is a list of the sacred offerings you may accept from them: gold, silver, bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet thread, fine linen, goat's hair cloth, tan ram skins, and fine goat skins leather, acacia wood, olive oil for the lamps, spices for the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, onyx stones, and other gemstones to be set in the ephod and the priest's chest piece. Have the people of Israel build me a holy sanctuary so I can live among them. You must build this tabernacle uh, and its furnishings exactly according to the pattern I will show you. Have the people make an ark of acacia wood, a sacred chest, a sacred chest 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it inside and out with pure gold, and run a molding of gold all around it. Cast your gold rings and attach them to its 4 feet, two rings on each side. Make poles from acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the rings at the side of the ark to carry it. These carrying poles must stay inside the ring. Never remove them. When the ark is finished, place inside the stone tablet inscribed with the terms of the covenant, which I will give you. Then make the ark's cover, the place of anointment, no, the place of atonement, from pure gold. It must be 45 inches long, 27 inches wide. Then make two cherubims from hammered gold and place them on the two ends of the atonement cover. Mold the cherubims in one end of the atonement cover, making it all of one piece of gold. The cherubims will face each other and look down on the atonement cover with their wings spread above it. They will protect it. Place inside the ark the stone tablets and scribe with the terms of the covenant which I will give to you. Then put atonement cover on top of the ark. I will meet you there and talk to you from above the atonement cover between the gold cherubims and that hover over the ark of the covenant. From there, I will give you my commands for the people of Israel. Plan for the for the table. Exodus 25:23 to 30. Then make a table of acacia wood, 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it with pure gold and run gold molding around the edge. Decorate it with a 3-inch border all around and run gold molding along the border. Make 4 golden rings for the table and attach them at the 4 corners next to the 4 legs. Attach the rings near the border to hold the poles that are used to carry the table. Make these poles from acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Make special containers of pure gold for the table's bowls, ladles, pitchers, and jars to be used in pouring out liquid offerings. Place bread of the presence on the table to remain before me at all times. Plans for the lampstand. Exodus 25, 31 through 40. Make a lampstand of pure hammered gold. Make the entire lampstand of its decorations of one piece. The base, center stem, lamp cup, buds, and petals. Make it with 6 branches going out from the center stem, 3 on each side. Each of the 6 branches will have 3 lamp cups, shaped like almond blossoms, complete with buds and petals. Craft the center stem of the lampstand with 4 lamp cups shaped like almond blossoms and complete with buds and petals. There will also be an almond bud beneath each pair of the branches, where the 6 branches extend from the center stem. The almond buds and branches must all be of one piece with the center stem, and they must be hammered from pure gold. Then make the 7 lamps for the lampstand and set them so they reflect their light forward. The lamp snuffers and trays must also be made of pure gold. You will need 75 pounds of pure gold for the lampstands and its accessories. Be sure that you make everything according to the pattern I have shown you here on the mountain. Plans for the tabernacle. Exodus 26, 1 through 37. Make the tabernacle from 10 curtains of finely woven linen. Decorate the curtains with blue, purple, and scarlet thread and with skillfully embroidered cherubs. These 10 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 42 feet long and 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain. Then join the other 5 into a second long curtain. Put loops of blue yarn along the edge of the last curtain in each set. The 15 loops along each uh, the 15 loops along the edge of one curtain are to match the 15 loops along the edge of the other curtain. Then make 15 gold clasp and fasten the long curtain together with the clasp. In this way, the tabernacle will be made of one continuous piece. Make 11 curtains of goat's hair cloth to serve as a tent covering for the tabernacle. These 11 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 45 feet long and 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain and join the other 6 into a second long curtain. Allow 3 feet of material from the second set of curtains to hang over the front of the second tent. Make 50 loops for one edge of each large curtain. Then make 50 bronze clasps and fasten the loops of the long curtains with the clasp. In this way, the tent cover will be made of one continuous piece. The remaining 3 feet of the tent covering will be left to hang over the back of the tabernacle. Allow 18 inches to remain in remaining material to hang down over each side so the tabernacle is completely covered. Complete the tent covering with protective layers of tan ram skins and a layer of fine goat skin. For the framework of the tabernacle, construct frames of acacia wood. Each frame must be 15 feet high and 27 inches wide, with 2 pegs under each frame. Make all the frames identical. Make 20 of these frames to support the curtains on the south side of the tabernacle. Also make 40 um, silver bases, 2 bases under each frame, with the pegs fitting securely into the bases for the north side of the tabernacle. Make another 20 frames with their 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame. Make 6 frames for the rear, the west side of the tabernacle, along with 2 additional frames to reinforce the rear corners of the tabernacle. These corner frames will be matched at the bottom and firmly attached at the top with a single ring, forming a single corner unit. Make both of these corner units the same way, so there will be 8 frames at the rear of the tabernacle set in 60 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame. Make crossbars of acacia wood to link the frames, 5 crossbars for the north side of the tabernacle and 5 for the south side, to make 5 crossbars for the rear of the tabernacle, which will face west. The middle crossbar attached halfway up the frame will run all the way from one end of the tabernacle to the other. Overlay the frames with gold and make gold rings to hold the crossbars. Overlay the crossbars with gold as well. Set up the tabernacle according to the pattern you have shown that I have shown to you in the mountain. For the inside of the tabernacle, make a special curtain of 20 woven linen decorating with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, and with skillful embroidered cherubims. Hang this curtain on gold hooks attached to 4 posts of acacia wood. Overlay the posts with gold and set them in 4 silver bases. Hang the inner curtain from clasp and put the Ark of the Covenant in the bottom behind it. This curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Then put the Ark's cover, the place of atonement, on top of the Ark of the Covenant inside the most holy place. Place the table outside the inner curtain of the north side of the tabernacle and place the lampstand across the room on the other side. Make another curtain for the entrance to the sacred tent. Make it of finely woven linen and embroider it with exquisite designs using blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Craft 5 posts from acacia wood, overlay them with gold, and hang the curtains from them with gold hooks. Cast 5 bronze bases for the post. Plans for the altar of burnt offerings. Exodus 27 1 through 8. Using acacia wood, construct a square altar 7.5 feet wide, 7.5 feet long, and 4.5 feet high. Make the horns of each of its 4 corners so that the horns and the altar are all one piece. Overlay the altar with bronze. Make the ash buckets, shovels, basins, metal forks, and fire pans all of bronze. Make a bronze grating for it and attach 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. Install the grating halfway down the side of the altar under the ledge. For carrying the altar, make poles from acacia wood and overlay them with bronze, and insert the poles through the rings on the two sides of the altar. The altar must be hollow, made from planks. Build it just as you were shown on the mountain. Plans for the courtyard, Exodus 27 9 through 21. Then make the courtyard for the tabernacle enclosed with curtains and made of fine woven linen. On the south side, make a curtain 150 feet long. They will they will be held up with 20 posts set securely in 20 bronze basins. Hang the curtains with silver hooks and rings. Make the curtain the same on the north side, 150 feet of curtain held by 20 posts securely in bronze basins. Hang the curtain with silver hooks and rings. The curtain on the west side of the courtyard will be 75 feet long, supported by 10 posts into 10 basins. The east of the courtyard, the front will be also 75 feet long. The courtyard entrance will be on the east side, flanked by two curtains. The curtains on the right side will be 22 and a half feet long, supporting by three posts set in the three basins. The curtains on the left side will also be 2.5 feet long, supported by three posts set on three basins. For the entrance to the courtyards, make a curtain that is 30 feet long. Make it from finely woven linen and decorate it with beautiful embroidered in blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Support it with four posts, each securely set in its own basin. All the posts around the courtyard must have silver rings and hooks in bronze basins. So the entire courtyard will be 150 feet long, 75 feet wide. The curtain walls 7.5 feet high, made from finely woven linen. The basins for the posts will be made of bronze. All the articles used in the ritual of the tabernacle, including all the tent pegs used to support the tabernacle and the courtyard curtains, must be made of bronze. Command the people of Israel to bring you pure oil, pressed olives for the light, to keep the lamp burning continuously. The lampstand will stand in the tabernacle in front of the inner curtain that shields the ark of the covenant. Aaron and his sons must keep the lamp burning in the yard in the Lord's presence all night. This is a permanent law for the people of Israel, and it must be observed from generation to generation. Clothing for the priest. Call for your brother Aaron and his sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithmar. Set them apart from the rest of the people of Israel, so they may minister to me and be my priests. Make sacred garments for Aaron that are glorious and beautiful. Instruct all the skilled craftsmen who I have filled with the spirit of wisdom. Have them make garments to Aaron that will distinguish him as a priest set apart for my service. These are the garments they are to make: a chest piece, an ephod, a robe pattern tunic, a turban, and a sash. They are to make these sacred garments for your brother Aaron and his sons to wear when they serve me as priest. So give them fine linen, clothes, golden thread, and blue, purple, and scarlet thread. The craftsman must make the ephod of finely woven linen and skillfully embroider it with gold and with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. It will consist of two pieces, front and back, joint at the shoulders, with two shoulder pieces. The decorative sash will be made of the same material, finely woven linen, embroidered with gold, with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Take two onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the tribes of Israel. 6 names will be on each stone, arranged in the order of birth of the original sons of Israel. Engrave these names on the two stones in the same way a jeweler engraves a seal. Then mount the stones in settings of gold. Oh, oh, page is stuck. Settings of gold and uh, Engrave these names on the two stones in the same way a jeweler engraves a seal, then mount the stones and settings of gold filigree. Fasten the two stones on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as a reminder that Aaron represents the people of Israel. Aaron will carry these names on his shoulders as a constant reminder whether he goes before the Lord. Make the settings of gold filigree, then braid two cords of pure gold and attach them to the filigree settings on the shoulders of the ephod. Design for the chest piece. Exodus 28:15 through 30. Then, with great skill and care, make a chest piece to be worn by for seeking a decision from God. Make it to match the ephod using finely woven linen embroidered with gold, with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Make the chest piece of a single piece of cloth folded to form a pouch 9 inches square. Mount 4 rows of gemstones on it. The first row will contain red carnel, a pale green peridotite, and emerald. The second row will contain a turquoise blue lapis lazuli and white moonstone. The third row will contain an orange jesset, an agate, and purple amethyst. The fourth row will contain a blue green beryl, an onyx, and green jasper. All these stones will be set in gold filigree. Each stone will represent one of the 12 sons of Israel, and the name of the tribe will be engraved on it like a seal. To attach the chest piece to the ephod, make braided cords of pure gold, thread them, then make two gold rings and attach them to the top corners of the chest piece. Tie the two gold cords to the two rings on the chest piece. Tie the other ends of the cords to the gold settings on the shoulder pieces of the ephod. Then make two more gold rings and attach them to the inside edge of the chest piece next to the ephod, and make two more gold rings and attach them to the front of the ephod below the shoulder pieces, just above the knot where the decorative sash is fastened to the ephod. Then attach the bottom ring of the chest piece to the rings on the ephod with blue cords. This will hold the chest piece securely to the ephod above the decorative sash. In this way, Aaron will carry the names of the tribes of Israel on the sacred chest piece over his heart when he goes into the holy place. This will be a continued reminder that he represents the people when he comes before the Lord. Insert the Urim and the Thummim into the sacred chest piece so they will be carried over Aaron's heart when he goes into the Lord's presence. In this way, Aaron will always carry over his heart the object used to determine the Lord's will for his people whenever he goes in before the Lord. Additional clothing for the priest. Exodus 28:31 to 43. Make the robe that is worn with the ephod from a single piece of blue cloth with an opening for Aaron's heads in the middle of it. Reinforce the opening with woven collar so it will not tear. Make pomegranates out of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and attach them to the hem of the robe with gold bells between them. The golden bells and pomegranates are to alternate all around them. Aaron will wear this robe whenever he ministers before the Lord, and the bells will tinkle as he goes in and out of the Lord's presence in the holy place. If he wears it, he will not die. Next, make a medallion of pure gold and engrave it like a seal with these words, Holy to the Lord. Attach the medallion with blue cords to the front of Aaron's turban where he must remain. Aaron must wear it on his forehead so he may take on himself any guilt of the people of Israel when they consecrate their sacred offerings. He must always wear it on his forehead so the Lord will accept the people. Weave Aaron's patterned tunic from fine cloth. Fashion the turban from this line as well. Also make a sash and decorate it with a colorful embroidery. For Aaron's sons, make tunics, sashes, and special head coverings that are glorious and beautiful. Clothe your brother Aaron and his sons with these garments, and then anoint them and ordain them, consecrate them so they can serve as my priest. Also make them under undergarments for them so to be worn next to their bodies, reaching from their hips to their thighs. These must be worn whenever Aaron and his sons enter the tabernacle or approach the altar in the holy place to perform their priestly duties. Then they will not incur guilt and die. This is a permanent law for Aaron and all his descendants after him. Man, talk about detailed, right? So the Lord is clearly going into detail as far as like what he wants and what he expects out of his servant and how to perform rituals with him. So man, it just makes you think about how the time that we live in, and a lot of times we wonder, like, hey, God, what's your will for my life? What is that you have set for me? And then, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I've been like this at times. So then I wonder, like, is he actually going to tell me? Is it going to be a mystery? Like, well, how am I going to find out? But anyways, that's today's reading. Sorry I'm a bit late today. It's just been an interesting day. I'll say that. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day.